Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder of Black Link Magazine. So excited for this interview to have Mr. Dougherty with us today. Yay. Shane, if you will, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the world who you are and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Shane Dougherty. I am a DJ. I'm a former MMA champion. And as of recently, I am one of the cast on Hulu's new show, Got to Get Out.
Yes, and that's what we are here to talk about. Got to get out. First of all, I'm sorry, welcome. I wanted to say welcome to Black Link
Thank you. Thank
Magazine.
you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me.
Yeah, so if I'm correct, there was Omarosa
Oh, yeah.
involved, there was Rashad Jennings, there was Cynthia Bay, there were so many people involved. Tell us about Got to Get Out?
Got to Get Out. Yep.
Yes, yes. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. So there's 20 of us living in a mansion together. Half the cast was known for reality TV. So like you mentioned, Omarosa, Spencer Pratt, Val, Trimakovsky, Cynthia Bailey, Kim Zolciak. I mean, some serious heavy hitters.
Yes.
And then the other cast, the other half was not from reality TV, but we all came from something. So obviously, I'm a DJ, MMA champion, Lindsay Coffey, model, and even like Steve Helling was like the host of a
Yeah.
true crime type
Yes.
show. So no one was really like just your everyday person.
Right.
So it is a lot of personalities. But the whole time we're in the house, every second we accumulate a dollar until the pot hits $1 million.
Oh,
And
wow.
while we're in the house, yeah, big pot. While we're in the house, we don't have real time. We just have the money clock. So time literally is money inside of this house. Now, throughout the time that we're in the house, we get random exit strategies. So these exit strategies are related to the money clock. So they might say, okay, Marva, when the money clock hits $600,000, the window in the green bedroom will unlock. So then at that point, you make yourself a little team, you come up with a plan, and then you eventually go jump out of the window, run around the house, try to go all the way down this really long driveway and get through the gates. If you manage to get through the gates without getting caught, you take all 600,000.
Oh,
But
gosh. Oh, there's a but.
there's a lever at the top of the watchtower. If they see you, it sounds the alarms. There's a bunch of lights that flash, and everyone runs, and there's a red button inside the house that you go and hit. If you hit the button, the gate closes, you have to come back inside. So there's a lot of money on the line. There's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of scheming, and it's madness. It's chaos. It's crazy.
Well, what's crazy is 20 people living in the in the mansion with all these different personalities. That's crazy for one, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. And then you add the money on top of it, forget about it. And trust me,
People
everyone in this
want the money.
house loves money.
Yes, yes, that is so fun. How did you get connected to the project?
Yeah, so I had applied to be on a few different shows over the past 5 years, but just nothing had connected. I actually got flown out a few times, but just never made it through the final cast. And then for this show, they really were looking for people that are just true competitors, and obviously coming from a fighting background, I don't know if it really gets more competitive and savage than that. So I think it was a perfect fit.
Yeah. Well, we get what is meant for us, right? This
A
was
hundred percent, a
meant
hundred
for
percent.
you.
Certain
Yeah.
doors close because you're meant to go through a different one.
Yeah. So what drew you to be a contestant? Was it because of the competition in it? Like what was it that thing?
Yeah, I think like I really am just a savage competitor. And no doubt, like the opportunity to win $1 million, like who doesn't want that?
Right.
But really, like I just wanted, like this is an ultimate competition. You're a reality show with the reality goats. You know what I mean? The
Yes.
real true villains of reality are all in this house. It's a stacked lineup. So I'm competing against these legends. And on top of that, I have a chance at winning $1 million. Like just to be able to say that I could possibly win this is, I mean, I was ready to sign.
Yeah. So without telling us or spilling anything, what is your strategy?
Yeah,
Without spoiling anything.
for sure. I think going into the house, my strategy was just to try to create alliances, find people that you can trust, and find a team that is you can really get out with together. But I think that, you'll see as the show goes on, the game doesn't really allow for that. A lot of times, the clues that you get might be connected to someone else's clue that you've never even worked with throughout the time in the house.
Yeah.
So it's like you might have an alliance, but that alliance really isn't worth much if the game is setting you up to work with someone else. So because of that, there's a lot of backstabbing that happens. There's a lot of backdooring. Like it's tough. So, I think that in this type of game, the real strategy is just being able to be adaptable and be able to, move and roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's reality for you, backstabbing and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, my question would have been like it had to have been difficult to like even get somebody that you trust because everybody wants the money, right?
Oh
So,
yeah, of course. Everyone wants the money. And the thing is that, when the game opens up and the pot is just building, when it's at $100,000, if you have a team and you split that, like that's good money, no
right,
doubt. I'm
right,
listen, it's been a long time since someone knocked on my door and was like, here's $100,000.
absolutely,
But with our cast, I think that the game really starts when the
yeah,
pot hits like $400,000. Once it's $400,000, even if you split that with your team, everyone's walking away with 100K.
heck yeah, heck
So
yeah.
it's like I think at that point everything shifted, and at that point it didn't matter how rich you are, like you want the money.
You want the money, it don't matter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about the
yeah. It doesn't
money.
matter.
What was your favorite, if you can tell me, what was your favorite escape attempt?
My favorite escape attempt. Um, I mean, obviously, biasly, I want to say mine.
Yeah,
I
of course.
think that my escape attempt where I was working with Lindsay and then of course had the iconic button disabler. Uh, I think that attempt was pretty. I don't know how much you want to get into it because I don't know if you want to give away spoilers.
Well, I don't want to
Um,
give away spoilers, so just basic kind of go around it.
yeah, but I think so. Obviously, I had met my current girlfriend, Lindsay Coffey, on the show. And so I think that her and we hit it off pretty early in the show. And I think it was really special to think that, oh wow, like if I get out of here, I'm not only making this money for myself, but also this girl that I really care about. So that attempt meant a lot to me.
Well, I was gonna ask you what was your most favorable moment, but maybe I already know the answer.
Yeah, obviously Lindsay and I had a lot of great moments together. It was cool just to be able to like meet someone in that type of environment. But I have funny moments too. Like, so sometimes in the house, we would get clues that would help us disable the lever. So the lever is what would set off the alarm.
Right,
And They
right.
were they were really unique. It would be like if you put a piece of bread in the toaster at this time, the lever will disable. So because of that, you never really knew like if someone drops an egg by accident in the kitchen, is that going to disable the lever? And there was one night, it was already like past the time where we were thinking people were going to escape or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Like it was really late in the night. And me, Spencer, and Val were making peanut butter and jellies in the kitchen. And Spencer went to toast, to like make his bread toast.
Right.
And so he puts his bread in the toaster, and then all of a sudden Val grabs my arm and it's like, oh my God, he just put his bread in the toaster. Is he trying to escape? And like he wasn't. He just wanted his peanut butter and jelly with toasted bread. But like
That is
that's
funny.
how intense we are. Like we can't even sit and have like a midnight snack without freaking out, thinking we were gonna have to run to the button. So
That
I
is
love that. I love that memory because it just like I think it sums up like how high stakes, how
right.
high our adrenaline was like at all times.
Yeah, that's so fun, but it sounded so fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and it was a really amazing experience, but it's it's hard for you to appreciate how fun it is in the moment because
Yeah.
it's life-changing money. You know,
Yeah.
like we're not playing for even $100,000. Like
Mm.
we're paying for money that it's like my mom doesn't have to work anymore. I
Yeah.
can quit my job. Like I'm good. So when you're dealing with that much money, it's hard for you to like really enjoy it because you're so focused on like trying to get out and trying to make sure that no one else gets out. Because once they go, there's no rebuilding the pot. Like if someone gets out with $500,000, the highest the pot can get is $500,000.
Oh,
Yeah. So when
so
people, So when
okay.
people take your money, like they're literally taking your money because if you make it to the end, however much money is left in the pot gets split with everyone. So if someone
Oh,
gets out with $500,000, then you're left with $500,000 to split amongst everyone. So if someone takes a big chunk, like if someone gets out with 800,000, 200,000 split 19 ways isn't a lot of money.
no.
You're like on guard at all times. Like you are stressed.
Oh my God. Like, oh my gosh, that makes me want to go look at it every time now. Like, I'm gonna go watch it because I gotta know now. I
A
gotta,
hundred percent, you know, and
yeah,
I think
yeah.
like, on
That's
the
crazy.
last day, when people are trying to get out on the last day, if someone gets out, on the last day with however much is in the pot, like whoever is left is making nothing,
Nothing
not zero, nada.
for that
So like,
whole but they got the experience, I guess.
of course, but still, like you're not thinking that when you're in
Oh,
there.
we want the money.
You want the money.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that last day, like that is just like it's such, I think like such great TV
Wow,
because it's
Shane.
so easy to put yourself in those shoes of being
Yeah,
like, oh my God, I'm fighting for however much money is in the pot, you know?
that's crazy. Was there ever a moment that like you look back and you're like, man, had I known, I would have did this differently? Is there any moment?
Yeah, of course. I think the biggest thing is trust, right? I
Oh,
think I think that there are times where you meet someone in an environment like this and you get on great and you become
yeah.
friends. But at the end of the day, like we're playing a game. And in this game, part of it is lying and part of it is
Oh,
doing someone dirty. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So there are a lot of things that I didn't even learn happened until I watched it. And I was like, oh man, that's why that didn't work out.
So
Or
did
like,
you, but did you like whenever you looked at it when and you saw that, oh, that's why, but in that moment you had no clue that
no,
that's
in that moment you have no idea. And that's the luxury and the privilege that everyone at home has of watching it. Is
uh-huh.
that like when you see us do certain things, it's easy to be like, how did he do that? Or why did he trust him? But it's like you are involved in the conversations that in real time we are not involved
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So I think that that's my biggest like, it's just that like, there are certain moments throughout the show where I may have trusted someone that I shouldn't have, or I was led a wrong way because someone had a completely different plan, So I think that that is, but like, that's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game. It's what you signed up for.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so talking about trust and all of that, are there any relationships that you've kept since the show?
Yeah, definitely. I obviously Lindsay, right? Like
Right.
Lindsay and I are still
Yeah.
together. But outside of that, I mean, we have a group chat with pretty much everyone that's in the
Oh,
cast. Like there's like 19 of us. It's amazing, and all of us are in the cast. And we talk in it all the time. We've already met up twice in LA with pretty
oh,
much the whole cast. So, we turned into like a big family, which is pretty
that's
amazing.
that's fun. Even after whoever won, whoever did what,
Yeah, exactly,
still
exactly.
able to be friends.
I think that we have a very mature cast in a lot of ways
Yeah.
because it's like I think all of us recognize that this is a game,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that matters, the maturity level of it. So, and it is just a game,
It's
right?
just a game. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
So, were there any connections to more reality after this for you?
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed, right? I'm under contract for about a year. So I can't, do anything in until my contract is wrapped up or if it's a project and I basically have to get approval or whatever. So I'm still like working within the contract, but fingers crossed once that's up, I'd absolutely love to do another show.
We wish you nothing but the best. So I appreciate that bit of information. Like you sparked my interest like through the roof now. And I can't wait to share this interview with people so that they can say, okay, we're going to watch this show, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the first premiere of the show, right?
Yep, all 8 episodes are on Hulu. It's the first season, and it's so bingeable, and there's something for everybody, right? Like so many of my friends, like trust me when I say my dogs are not watching reality TV, but they all loved it because it's not just like your typical drama, reality. And trust me, there's plenty of that, obviously, but I mean, it really is competitive. I mean, when you have former NFL running back Rashad Jennings
Yeah,
running the gate and there's $1 million on the line. Like, trust me, you're on the edge of your seat. Like, oh my God. So it's
that's
super
funny.
suspenseful. It's wicked funny. And yeah, it's a great watch.
Well, you've been a great interviewee. I appreciate it so much. Tell us how we can follow you on social media sites.
Yeah, guys. So on all social media platforms, my handle is the same at X Shane Dougherty. So just my first and last name. And yeah, come join the ride.
Thank you, Shane, so much. We do support you. We wish you nothing but the best. And so, you guys, we're going to go for now. But remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.
I love that. God bless. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Shane. Talk to you soon.
Bye.